Hello everyone, and welcome to Mike Burr Thomas, episode 9. At the end of episode 8, Denise had just explained very forcefully to our man that Mr. Abuli had to phone the MoneyGram claim line if he wanted to get the reference number. Will he phone it? Well, we'll find out as this video goes through. "I'm in contact with the company now," he said after the call had ended. "Hope you're not angry, honey." "I am, darling," said Denise. "Someone's lying, and I don't know if it's you or Mr. Abuli." "I'm very sorry, honey. Don't be angry. I just talked to the company, and they told me that they will make sure Mr. Abuli gets the money, and they will send me a picture of it when they're done. They said I should please give them a little time to get it done." "Okay. I'll be going back to work now. I'll be back in few, honey. Know that I love and cherish you so much. Kisses and hugs to you. I know when I called you just now, you must be hearing the engine sounds. I don't think we could. I'll keep you posted as soon as I get an update from them." "I rang the MoneyGram office," said Denise a couple of hours later. "They can't give me another refund. Either Mr. Abuli has to phone that number, or they can change the name of the recipient. I could send it to Anita A., the owner of the agency. She's in Aylesbury too. Darling, in case Mr. Abuli doesn't understand, this page tells him how to claim the money." And Denise sent him one of those dodgy tracking links. "He just needs to phone to get the tracking number, but I think he's lying to you. Anyway, it's up to you and him. If he doesn't claim the money soon, I won't send the rest, and neither will Lola, so he'd better sort something out." At this stage, we assumed that the Money Mule wouldn't phone the MoneyGram claim line, and that our man wouldn't be daft enough to fall for the dodgy tracking link trick. But, we thought they were both worth a try, and we were getting a bit bored with him by then. Oh boy, were we wrong. "Good evening to you, honey. How you doing, darling?" Having sent the dodgy tracking link, I then hopped on the call recordings for that fake MoneyGram claim line. During the course of that evening, starting at around 4:40 and finishing at 9 o'clock, our money mule, Mr. Abuli, called that number no less than 7 times. And when I was making this part of the video, I looked again, and he'd also called again at 6:56 a.m. the following morning. I'll play you some extracts from the first of these calls, the longest. I won't play you the whole thing, but if you want to hear the full version of what happens when someone calls that claim line, I'll leave a link in the description box below, because we've used this before, and there's a whole video dedicated to a previous scammer calling that claim line and trying to get the reference number. Grateful thanks go to Scamming the Scammers for developing this bot. A while back, I interviewed the owner of the bot on this channel, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. So, here come some extracts from Mr. Abuli's call.
Hello and welcome to the MoneyGram automated service. You have been given this telephone number because you have been sent money through the MoneyGram service. This telephone number is a temporary telephone number for this transaction only, and will provide you with the MoneyGram 8-digit reference number so that you can collect the funds. Please speak loudly and clearly whenever you hear a beep. Would you like me to tell you the MoneyGram 8-digit reference number?
Yes.
Only the receiver of the funds is allowed to call this number. If you are not the receiver for these funds, then please hang up now. We will now carry out a check on the telephone line to ensure you are calling from the same country as the recipient. Please hold.
Telephone line check in progress. Telephone line check in progress. Telephone line check in progress.
Thank you. We can proceed. Please have a pen and paper ready to write down the MoneyGram 8-digit reference number. You must now answer some simple security questions. What is your full name?
Abuli.
What is the name of the sender of the funds? What is the reason for the transfer? Say something like, to buy food, or a birthday gift.
To buy food.
How do you know the sender of these funds? What is your relationship to them?
In-law. In-law.
How long have you known the sender of these funds?
Way more than 2 years.
At MoneyGram, we do all we can to ensure funds are not used for criminal activity or to fund terrorism. Have you ever been convicted of a crime, or have you ever been arrested on suspicion of terrorism?
No. No.
Please wait while I retrieve the MoneyGram 8-digit reference number. Your estimated wait time is less than
2
minutes. Please continue to hold.
Okay, I'm coming. Leave my hand over me.
The hold music starts at around 2 minutes and 14 seconds into the call. It continues until just after 8 minutes into the call.
You have not yet passed validation.
2
Questions do not match our records. Try using different words to answer any failed questions. Please listen carefully and speak loudly and clearly into the telephone. What is your full name?
Lighter Bule.
How do you know the sender of these funds?
She's my partner.
Okay. I can now provide you with the reference number. Please take this number to a MoneyGram office. MoneyGram have over 340,000 offices worldwide. Please go to www.moneygram.com to find your nearest office. I will now provide you with your MoneyGram 8-digit reference number. Are you ready for me to read you the number?
Yes.
Your MoneyGram reference number is
6 6 2 7 4 4.
For the main menu, say main menu. To repeat the number, say repeat.
Repeat.
Main menu. Hello and welcome to the MoneyGram automated service. You have been given this telephone number because you have been sent money through the MoneyGram service. This telephone number is a temporary telephone number for this transaction only, and will provide you with the MoneyGram 8-digit reference number so that you can collect the funds. Please speak loudly and clearly whenever you hear a beep. Would you like me to tell you the MoneyGram 8-digit reference number?
Yes.
Only the receiver of the funds is allowed to call this.
As you can see, this first call lasted for 16 minutes. This was the longest. Most of the others were about 10 minutes, but there are 7 of them, so I think we can say we wasted quite a bit of this scammer's time. On a roll, I then thought, let's see whether he's clicked on that dodgy link. And, sure enough, he had, and our man, the main scammer, was in Lagos, in Nigeria. The tracking data for the MoneyGram bot put Lighter Bule in the UK. I'm happy to believe that, for 3 reasons. 1, he definitely has a British accent. 2, the address that we were given was in the UK. And 3, although I haven't included it, Lola called and got his mobile phone answering service, and it was EE, a mainstream UK mobile phone provider. By now, we were thinking this was an experienced international ring of scammers. We pondered whether I could report it to the police, but decided that we couldn't, for several reasons. 1, no crime had taken place, and the police are not interested unless it has. And secondly, I really didn't fancy trying to explain to them that I was a scam baiter and that Denise didn't exist. So, I then came up with the idea that it was time for a safari. We've never had a safari on this channel, and I thought, I wonder if we can get a safari out of this team of scammers. Safari, apparently, means getting your scammer or the mule to travel more than 200 miles. Good evening to you, honey, said our man a few hours later, having tapped on that dodgy tracking link. How you doing, my darling? He tried calling, but I had gone out. Good night, my darling, my love, my angel. Today has been special for you, and I hope that you wake up in the morning knowing that you are as loved as ever. Please sleep well, and we will talk in the morning. He tried calling her again the following morning. May God give you all the strength to face the challenges in life today and every day. Each and every morning is a blessing from the Almighty for which we must be thankful. As you start this beautiful new day, may your heart always be filled with gratitude. Do you know why the sun rises every morning? Just to see your beautiful smile. Good morning to you, and wishing you a beautiful day ahead. And so He called, Denise.
No.
Oh, darling.
Yeah, good morning, honey.
Good morning.
Yeah, I was a nine.
Oh, I'm feeling horrible, darling. I've got some kind of virus, I think. I've got a horrible sore throat and a cough.
Oh, I'm very sorry, honey. Did you try to take any medication?
I've got a couple of paracetamol here with my tea, thank you.
Oh, that's really good. I don't want you being stressed up.
No, I don't want it either, darling, but apparently I've got it, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't able to talk to you toward evening yesterday because I was really busy at work.
All right. What were you doing at work, darling?
Yeah, I was doing some. They were bringing out some pipe that the ship brought want to use for drilling. So they were trying to take them into the rig.
Oh.
Yeah, they were taking the pipe from the ship to the rig. So the boss the pipe and want to use it for work. So we just have to get everything ready.
Oh.
You said what?
I just said, oh.
Oh, okay. So I got a call from Mr. Obule this morning.
All right, he's managed to get his money, has he?
Yeah, he called the number now. The company have put efforts in making sure they'll be able to get the reference number. So they told me they called and they were able to get only 6 numbers. The automated machine was glitching.
Well, there's no point in telling me that. He'd better complain to MoneyGram then, hadn't he?
Yeah, he did that. So they said maybe you don't have to send it through the what's it called, through the secured MoneyGram payments. He said you don't have to send it that way. That's what they're making me to understand that the money is being secured and right now is having a glitch in network issue calling the complete 8 number.
Yeah, well, he needs to talk to MoneyGram. It's no good telling me that, is it?
Yeah, he called. He said they told me if they should report that to MoneyGram, that MoneyGram will still ask them to come report that to the sender, so the sender can go and send it directly, so they can get the reference number. That's what they told me.
Well, I'm sorry about that. What they told me, I'm not going out anyway because I'm not feeling well, so I can't go anywhere. Nobody would want me with my cough anyway. They probably wouldn't let me in. And they told me that I can't get another refund. All I can do is send it to someone else. So I could send it to whatever her name was, Anita A, whatever her name was. But I can't get my money back anymore.
Okay. Does maybe we can change the name, or we can reduce the amount to 800. Let's see if they can be able to pick up the 800. What do you think?
Darling, I know you have difficulty understanding what I'm saying. I realise that. I've realised a long time ago you're a bit thick, really, aren't you? I've sent £2,000. I've told you, and I told you in writing yesterday, I can't get my money back. We've sent £2,000. £2,000 isn't 800, is it? So they can change the name of the person that's receiving it, but they can't give me back my money.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Noni, that if they can give you the reference number, because it's been difficult having the complete reference number, you don't have to stress yourself going back to collect the money.
No, it isn't what you're saying. It isn't what you're saying, darling. You just said £800. £800 isn't 2,000.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Sorry that you're coughing. I wish I'm right there with you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll get better. It's, don't usually get viruses in whatever month it is, June, but there you go. Obviously, I've been near someone that was coughing and spluttering.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really wish I could give you a very tight hug right now.
Thank you. So, do you want me to send Lola into MoneyGram and see if we can send it to Anita A instead of Mr. Abule?
No, Mr. Bull is the right person available right now to collect the money. All we just have to do now is just to get the reference number.
Well, then maybe
That's
he should go. Maybe he should go into his nearest MoneyGram office and ask them what to do.
Okay, because
I
we
can't
really
help
can't
him.
get the reference number as they're talking to the automated machine. The machine is saying that it's calling the number, but in calling the remaining digit, the machine will start glitching. So they won't be able to hear the numbers.
Well, if I don't understand how these things work, darling. I've never used MoneyGram before. It was Lola's idea, but I think he should either phone MoneyGram himself or go into his nearest MoneyGram office and ask them what to do.
Yeah, he went there. They sent me the receipts that they wanted to use to collect the money from MoneyGram. I should have the receipt. Let me send it to you, so you'll be in notice of what I'm talking about.
Okay, darling.
Yeah, because that's why they told me that they called and they were only able to get the 6 number out of 8 numbers.
Yeah, you keep saying that like a record, darling. I understood you the first time. That he needs to either phone MoneyGram himself or go into the nearest MoneyGram office. You see, you're making me repeat myself as well now, aren't you, darling?
Yeah. Look at the picture that I sent to you. That's a MoneyGram picture.
Yeah, it's a blank form, darling. There's nothing on it.
Yeah, you click it, it will open.
I have clicked it, darling. That's how I know it's a blank form and there's no information on it.
Yeah, there's no information on the form. Because they were trying to get the number and they were not able to get the number. They went to MoneyGram shop. So MoneyGram asked them to tell the sender that if she can provide a reference number, since the automated machine is glitching, that would be good.
Yeah, darling, I don't have the reference number. I don't know how many times I've told you that.
Yeah, I know, honey. That's what I'm saying. You should tell Lola to go to our nearest MoneyGram store and make the complaint about the number and the machine glitching. Maybe they can give her help.
Well, I'll speak to Lola and see what she says.
Okay. So what are your plans for today, honey?
Oh, well, I thought I'd go skipping round Guildford because I'm not feeling well. So I thought I'd just go out and dance round town. What do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah, well, I want to tell you something. Since you're going out, you need to use your face masking, right?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, darling. Use your brains.
Oh, okay, honey. I thought maybe you want to go out today with your friend. That's what I'm saying. So
I don't think my friend would want to come anywhere near me. Do you?
Yeah, so they don't get the flu, right?
Exactly.
Okay, honey. That's really beautiful.
I know, having flu is so beautiful.
Woman.
Yeah. I'll have a word with Lola and see what she says.
Okay, honey. I'll be waiting to hear back from you. Okay.
Okay then.
Then also,
yeah.
You can ask her. You can ask her if she can at least use her phone to send through direct bank account on the balance of 2,800. if she can use the phone to send it from
Oh,
home.
I'll have a word. I'll have a word with her, but I'm not sure my brain's working this morning, darling.
No problem, honey. I just want you to stay calm.
I am
Take
calm,
care of your
darling.
beautiful self.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much,
take
darling.
care of your beautiful self.
Thank you.
And please try and eat your meal, okay?
Well, I think I need to go and make another cup of tea. I keep wanting to drink this morning.
Okay, I want you to stay beautiful and healthy always.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, and I promise you, I'm going to do anything just for our happiness, because your happiness matters a lot to me.
Oh, that's
I
very
want us
kind
to
of you,
spend
darling.
good quality time together. I love you, and I'm getting so much attached to you that I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
I know you do, darling.
Yeah, I want to share every bit of me with you. I want to share my life with you.
Yeah, including the £2,000. You want to share that with me as well, don't you, darling?
You know, we're paying that for me to come, for me to be able to leave this place and be with you. I want to share the money in my bank account with you. I want to share everything with you.
Yeah, I can't wait to share your money, darling.
Yeah,
It's the
that'll be very
accountant in me, you know.
That'll be very beautiful. Sharing everything, including my life with you. I'll be the most happiest man on earth.
Yes, darling. I need to make another cup of tea. I'll speak to you again later.
Love you so much. Kiss, kiss.
Okay then, bye for now.
Kiss, kiss.
Before calling Denise, our man had briefly called Lola.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, I can't hear you well.
Can you hear me now?
No, you have a noise there.
Yeah, so how are you doing? Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. What is it?
Yeah, I was busy at work, that's why I couldn't take your call. So your missed call.
Yeah, okay.
So how are your kids doing?
Fine. Why did you call me?
Hello?
Yes, why did you call me?
Yeah, I was trying to ask you if you talked to Mr. Woody.
You must know if I talked to Mr. Obule or not. Of course you know. Why do you call me now? What is it? What is happening?
Yeah, Mr. Woody have called. He told me you've called MoneyGram.
Okay.
He was only able to get 6 digits of the reference number instead of 8 digits because he said the MoneyGram answering machine is glitchy, so he couldn't get it properly. So he's been trying to call you this morning.
That means Mr. Obule is an idiot. He can't talk on the phone.
Yes, he's trying to call you this morning so he could talk to you.
Yeah, tell him to call me. I'm waiting.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, okay?
Okay.
After his call with Denise had ended, he texted her. Mr. Abule said he's at the post office, waiting for update about it, as it's weekend. It's Friday, said Denise. Yes, honey, so we'll wait to hear from you about Lola, and also if she'll be able to send the rest with her mobile banking this morning. Thank you, honey. You're very welcome, said Denise. He tried calling her. I ignored him for a couple of times, and then I answered him. Meanwhile, Mr. Abule had repeatedly been trying to contact Lola on WhatsApp. Lola was determined that he was going to call her phone because she wanted to cost him money, using his phone to call her phone, rather than making free calls on WhatsApp. Hello, darling.
Hello, honey. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm here, darling.
Yo, how you doing?
Oh, I'm not feeling very well this morning.
Oh, I'm very sorry about that too. All the sore throat is not stressing you too much.
No, darling, no, because Lola will sort it out. I'm sure she will.
Yeah, the Mr. Bully just called me and he said he's been talking with Lola on WhatsApp. Lola requested for, and Lola is being rude and insultive.
Oh, well, it's because she's Romanian, darling. Sometimes she gets a bit hot-headed. And I'd like to interrupt this call. Obviously, I genuinely don't mean any disrespect to any of my Romanian viewers, or to Romanians. This is the character that Lola plays, and I'm sure you've heard her repeatedly tell the scammer that she is the way she is because she's Romanian.
Oh, I see. So right now, I'm thinking that I don't just know what to think straight, but this thing is just giving much headache and being stressful at the same time, and it's really not healthy.
Well, I spoke to her about half an hour ago, and I think this is what she told me. I'm not quite sure, darling, because I've got a headache. But I think she said that because they that they won't give her money back, but she can send it to someone else. So she suggested that she sends it to her cousin, and her cousin will get the money, and then he can give it to Mr. Abule.
Oh, if you send it to a cousin will be able to pick it up.
That's right. He can go to his nearest MoneyGram office and collect the money, and then he can give it
Okay.
to Mr. Abule.
Oh, that would be very nice. And you just have to give the cousin an address so that the cousin can give the money cash to Mr. Bully, right?
That's right, yes.
Okay. That would be very nice. That would be very nice of you. So I would suggest that you carry on with the plans, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah. We just the cousin Lola will just have to connect the cousin to Mr. Bully so that Mr. Bully will be able to collect the money from the cousin, right?
that's right. She can tell
Oh,
Mr. Abule where to meet her cousin.
okay. No problem. You just do that, okay? At least the cousin might just even hold the cash and go to Mr. Obule's bank account and deposit the money directly into Mr. Obule's bank account.
Well, maybe, but she said that she'd tell her cousin to meet Mr. Abule and give it to him.
Okay.
Don't see why her cousin should have to faff about getting the money, paying it into an account and sending it on. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll be waiting for the update, okay? Let Lola send it to her cousin so her cousin can collect the money, okay?
I'll do that, darling, yes.
Okay, tell Lola to do that right now.
I will do, darling.
Okay, honey. Thank you very much.
Okay
Thank
then.
you.
Bye for
Okay,
now,
I love
darling.
you. Okay, I'll call you back. I'll call you back to check what's the update, okay?
Okay, darling.
Okay, honey. Thank you very much.
Okay then. Bye for now. After the call had ended, he tried calling Denise twice more. He also resent her Lighter Boulet's bank account details. Why did you give me his account details? Said Denise. Mr. Abule needs to meet Lola's cousin and collect the cash. I did tell you that. It's not fair to expect her cousin to go to MoneyGram, collect the cash, then have to go to the bank to send it to Mr. Abule. Also, the bank will ask him questions, just like they did me, and he'll have to explain while he's sending a large amount of money to someone he doesn't know. Lola's just rung and insists that Mr. Abule calls her before she sends the money to her cousin. At this point, we were still trying to get him to call Lola, rather than trying to contact her on WhatsApp. She's a crazy Romanian, said Denise, and when she insists on something, she won't back down. She wants him to call her direct line, not on WhatsApp. I don't understand, but always best just to do what she asks. They will not ask him, said our scammer, and he will just tell them for personal business. Darling, I've told you. Lola's cousin will collect the cash and give it to Mr. Abule, and yes, they will ask. All banks ask these days when you pay or transfer large amounts of money. There are too many fraudsters around. At least all UK banks ask. Yes, I know he will collect the cash. He will just send it with his phone, said our man, or mail the cash inside an envelope through the post office. I'm getting too stressed out because of this, darling. And you're getting too stressed out on it too. I don't want you to be stressed, because you're not feeling fine at the moment. The bank is in the same UK. Don't worry, Lola cousin will be able to use his phone to send it with that bank account. Mr. Abule is very upset because the way Lola spoke to him. You're the one to tell Lola what to do for everything to be possible. I wish you have the cash with you. It would have been better you go to the post office yourself when you feel much better. Darling, I realise that as usual you're having difficulty understanding. It's not fair to ask Lola's cousin to mail the cash. He'll give it to Mr. Abule. Does Mr. Abule have a car? Lola can use her phone to send money, and Lola cousin can also use his phone. All these many processes is taking much time, said our hurt scammer. Again, I realise you have difficulty understanding. I don't have the cash. MoneyGram won't give it back to me. They will only send it to someone else, and that someone else is Lola's cousin. I don't know if Mr. Abule have a car or not, darling, he said. So either Mr. Abule goes to meet Lola's cousin, or he won't get the cash. If he has a car, he can drive to meet her cousin. I understand you, honey, and that's why I said Lola cousin can send the cash from his mobile banking. I'm having headaches now, darling, because of this issue on ground. Clearly you don't understand, said Denise. Lola's cousin will meet Mr. Abule, meet him in person. He doesn't use mobile banking, and it isn't fair to ask him to do more than collect the cash and hand it over. Just tell Lola to send the money to her cousin and have her cousin pick it up and send it to Mr. Abule bank account, said our man. You know Mr. Abule is working and he will not leave his job to meet anyone. Let's be considerate, honey. That's the end of the matter, said Denise. I don't wish to discuss it any further. Either he meets Lola's cousin or he won't get the cash. OK, honey, I'll try to talk to Mr. Abule and see what happens. Are you there, honey? Yeah, I'm here. What city is Lola's cousin at? He asked. It is in Newcastle, said Denise. That's another city for where Mr. Abule is. Tell Lola, send it to her cousin, darling. OK, I'll ask her where Mr. Abule should meet him. OK, honey. Lola should give you her cousin number, so that her cousin and Mr. Abule can communicate, honey. I love you, honey. I've just spoken to Lola. Her cousin is called Christian Popescu. He works in the office of Barberry the jewellers. She says it's immediately next to the Earl Grey monument in the centre of Newcastle. Christian will meet Mr. Abule there. He doesn't give his number to strangers, but if Mr. Abule can send Lola and or me a video of himself by the monument, then Lola can tell her cousin exactly who to look for. He can see the monument from his office window, so he can come down and give Mr. Abule the money. The shop is open on Saturdays, so he can be there tomorrow. A man went away for half an hour and clearly spoke to Mr. Abule. He came back with this screenshot: the route from Aylesbury to Newcastle in Northern Ireland. That's how far Mr. Abule is, honey, he said. Don't be stupid, said Denise. That's in Ireland. Lola's cousin's in Newcastle on Tyne in England. We call it Newcastle. I know that, he said. Have Lola sent the money to her cousin? And in reply to him saying, I know that, then why did you send me a map of Ireland? Yes, she has sent it. Christian will go to the MoneyGram office. She told me there's an office just round the corner from where he works, and he'll collect the money in his lunch break, so he should get it very soon. Oh, OK, honey. Thank you so much, and love you too. I was showing you the distance from where Mr. Abule is and to where Christian is. Mr. Abule sent it to me. Use the few brain cells you have left, said Denise. Mr. Abule sent you the map of a place in Ireland. Ireland, not England. Christian isn't in Ireland. Christian is in England. He's in Newcastle on Tyne, in England. I've said everything twice, because I know you don't grasp what I'm saying unless I do. Christian is in Newcastle on Tyne, in England. I understand what you say perfectly well, he said. How will you send the rest of the 2,800? Will Lola send direct from her phone? I don't know, I'll ask her. And in reply to him saying, I understand what you're saying perfectly well, Denise said, "Then why did you tell me you were showing me the distance from Mr. Abule to Christian, when clearly you weren't? Tell her to send it with her phone online banking app," he tried. "She should send it to Mr. Abule bank account, with her phone. She'll send it to you after Mr. Abule collects the cash from Christian. I won't let her send any more until I know he has what I've already sent him." "That's no problem. How's your health? Have you taken the paracetamol this afternoon?" "I've just taken 2 more, said Denise. "How do you feel now?" "About the same as I did this morning, thank you, darling." "Did you manage to take a little nap?" "I might do that this afternoon." "Please do so. That will be very helpful, and it will relieve you from the stress. Should I tell Lola to tell Christian that the money will be collected tomorrow, or do you think Mr. Abule can get there today? Christian doesn't live far from the shop/office, so he can get back into the office if Mr. O can get there this evening." "Let's wait for Christian to collect the money, honey. Then we will know." "He collected it in his lunch break," said Denise. "He should have it now." "That's good news. Did he confirm to Lola that he have it in cash?" "I'll phone her and ask." "Oh, okay, honey." "She says yes, he has the money and he isn't happy, because usually if someone wants to get cash, they collect it from him straight away. He isn't happy that he has to take it into the office in case his boss finds out. So Mr. Brule needs to get his lazy backside to Newcastle as soon as possible, otherwise he'll keep 20%. Tell him to go to the post office and put the money inside the envelope and wrap it, then mail it express mailing to Mr. Abule house address and doorstep, honey. This is very easy, because Mr. Abule said the company will not allow him go that far." "Okay, I'll tell him to keep the money," said Denise. "I've made it 100% perfectly clear that Christian has the money and will give it to Mr. Abule. Why has Mr. Abule moved? Was he lying about being in Aylesbury? I know he tells lies." Because somewhere along the line, and I have to admit that as I'm making this I've forgotten where, Denise had been sent another address for Mr. Abule in Yeovil in Somerset. That's probably in the previous video. "It's the working for a company, honey," he tried. "Remember the company said that we should follow all instructions for everything to be possible. Mr. Abule is only trying to render assistance to us, just like Christian did." "Okay, that's it. I've had enough," said Denise. "Christian has the money. I'll tell him to keep it and buy something nice for himself. Goodbye." "So the post office will take it to his doorstep, and when he gets home he will collect and show us the money." "I didn't hear that ring," said Denise, because he tried calling her. "Shall I call again?" "If you want to," she said. And so he called her again. But that, of course, is episode 10. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in Mike Burr Thomas, episode 10.